Ever wondered why the deeper we dive into the ocean, the more monstrous its inhabitants appear to be? This perplexing question has boggled the minds of marine enthusiasts, biologists, and indeed, anyone who's had a glimpse of the bizarre and often terrifying forms that life takes in the deep ocean. Welcome to the realm of the deep sea, a world shrouded in darkness and mystery. Here, creatures come in shapes and sizes that appear to defy the laws of nature and our understanding of what life should look like. From the fang-filled mouth of the viperfish to the eerie glow of the anglerfish, the deep sea is home to some of the most peculiar and intimidating forms of life on Earth. Throughout history, these strange appearances have fueled our imaginations, giving rise to myths and legends of sea monsters and creatures of the deep. Tales of giant squid battling with whales, of serpents large enough to encircle ships, and of many-eyed monsters lurking in the depths, have echoed through the ages. But is the deep sea really a home to monsters? Or is there a more scientific explanation behind the strange forms of its inhabitants? In this video, we're going to explore this question, diving into the depths of the ocean to uncover the truths hidden in its darkest corners. We'll delve into the extreme conditions of the deep sea, and how they shape the life forms that dwell within. From the crushing pressures and perpetual darkness to the scarcity of food, we'll see how these factors have led to the evolution of some truly astounding adaptations and survival strategies. But it's not just about the physical challenges. The deep sea is also a world of intense competition, where survival is a constant battle. We'll examine the complex interactions between different species, and how their strange and often terrifying appearances play a role in these underwater dynamics. So, are you ready to plunge into the abyss and unravel the mystery? Dive in. Imagine the weight of 50 jumbo jets pressing down on you. That's the kind of pressure deep-sea creatures live under. The deep sea, it's not just a darker, colder version of the sunny surface waters. No, it's an alien world, a place where pressure rules supreme. Let's take a dive and explore this realm. The pressure increases by 1 atmosphere for every 10 meters you descend into the ocean. To give you a perspective, if you were to descend to the deepest part of the ocean, the Mariana Trench, you'd be under a pressure of over 1,000 atmospheres. That's like having the Eiffel Tower placed on your little toe. Deep-sea creatures, however, thrive under such tremendous pressure. Why? It's because they've evolved unique adaptations that allow them to survive and even flourish in such extreme conditions. Their bodies are often gelatinous and lack rigid structures, which helps them withstand the pressure. For example, the blobfish, which looks like a gelatinous mass when taken out of its high-pressure environment, is perfectly adapted to its deep-sea home. Many deep-sea creatures also have flexible skeletons and reinforced cellular structures. The pressure-resistant proteins in their bodies prevent them from being crushed. As a result of these adaptations, deep-sea creatures often have strange, sometimes even monstrous appearances. The fang-toothed fish, with its oversized, needle-like teeth and its body adapted to the darkness and pressure of the deep, is a perfect example. Their appearance might be unsettling to us, but it's a testament to the incredible adaptability of life. Every bulging eye, every elongated tooth, every flattened body is a product of millions of years of evolution, fine-tuning these creatures to their harsh environment. So when you think about it, these deep-sea monsters are not monsters at all. They are survivors, champions in the face of extreme adversity. The deep sea may be a place of immense pressure, but it's also a place of incredible biological innovation. So, the monstrous forms are a survival strategy, a biological marvel. Imagine living in a world where the sun never shines. Welcome to the deep sea. Beneath the surface of the ocean, beyond the reach of sunlight, lies the deep sea. It's an environment cloaked in perpetual darkness, a realm where the concept of day and night is completely alien. This darkness is not just an aesthetic quirk of the deep sea. It plays a critical role in shaping the lives and appearances of the creatures that reside there. You see, the lack of sunlight in the deep sea means that the creatures living in these depths have had to adapt in extraordinary ways. They've evolved to survive and thrive in a world devoid of the most basic form of energy, light. And it's these adaptations that often make these creatures seem monstrous to our eyes. Let's take a look at some of the most common adaptations to the darkness. Large eyes, for instance, are a hallmark of many deep-sea creatures. These oversized orbs allow them to capture as much of the scarce light as possible, enabling them to see in the near-total darkness. And then there's bioluminescence, the ability to produce and emit light. Many deep-sea creatures, from the anglerfish to the vampire squid, possess this mesmerizing trait. They use their self-made light in a variety of ways, from attracting prey to warding off predators, or even communicating with potential mates. But it's not just about survival. These adaptations to the darkness have also given rise to an incredible diversity of life forms. The deep sea is home to some of the most unique and unusual creatures on the planet, each one a testament to the incredible power of evolution and adaptation. Despite the harsh conditions, these creatures have not just survived, they have thrived. They've taken what could have been a disadvantage, the darkness, and turned it into an advantage. They've become masters of their environment, molding themselves to the challenges of their world and evolving into forms that may seem strange, even monstrous to us. In the realm of eternal night, these monsters have found a way to create their own light. Imagine a world where food is as scarce as sunlight. That's the deep sea. Now let's drift a bit deeper into this mysterious abyss, where the scarcity of food becomes a significant challenge for survival. Here, meals don't come easy. In fact, they don't come often. It's a world where the usual rules of engagement don't apply, and the inhabitants must adapt or perish. You see, this scarcity is a driving force behind the evolution of these deep-sea creatures. It's a eat-or-be-eaten world down there, and to survive, these organisms have developed unique, and to us, somewhat monstrous adaptations. Take, for instance, the large mouths and sharp teeth that many deep-sea creatures possess. It might seem like something out of a horror movie, but it's a practical solution. A large mouth allows them to swallow prey that's almost their own size, and sharp teeth ensure that once they get a bite, their meal isn't escaping. It's like having built-in cutlery for an all-you-can-eat buffet, except the buffet doesn't come around that often. Then there are the expandable stomachs, which allow these creatures to consume as much as they can when they do come across a meal. Imagine going to a grocery store not knowing when you'll get to visit again. You'd probably stock up as much as you could, right? It's the same principle. And let's not forget about the slow metabolic rates. The less energy they use, the less food they need. It's all about efficiency, conserving energy, and making the most of every opportunity. These adaptations, while they may seem bizarre or even frightening to us, are merely survival mechanisms, honed and perfected over millions of years. They're the result of life's incredible ability to adapt, to endure, and to thrive, even in the most inhospitable environments. So the next time you look at these deep-sea monsters, remember this: they're not monsters, but marvels of evolution, perfectly adapted to their world. They're a testament to life's tenacity and ingenuity. In a world of scarcity, these monsters are the ultimate survivors. So, why do deep-sea creatures look so monstrous to us? It's a question that has fascinated and puzzled us throughout the ages. Let's unravel this enigma by revisiting some of the key points we've discussed. Firstly, the immense pressure of the deep sea has a significant impact on the physical characteristics of the creatures that dwell there. The further down you go, the more intense the pressure becomes. To survive, deep-sea creatures have evolved bodies that can withstand these extreme conditions. They often have flexible, gelatinous bodies and lack the rigid structures that would be crushed under such pressure. Next, let's talk about light, or rather, the lack of it. The deep sea is a world of perpetual darkness. Here, eyesight becomes less important, and other senses take precedence. Many deep-sea creatures have thus evolved to have reduced eyesight, often appearing eyeless or with tiny rudimentary eyes. But make no mistake, their other senses are razor-sharp, helping them navigate and hunt in the dark. Lastly, we must consider the scarcity of food in the deep sea. It's a place where meals are few and far between. To survive, deep-sea creatures have developed some rather bizarre adaptations. Some have oversized mouths and expandable stomachs to consume prey larger than themselves, while others have long, needle-like teeth to ensure a meal doesn't escape once captured. These adaptations, while practical and necessary for survival, can make these creatures seem alien, even monstrous to us. But remember, monstrous is a relative term. We are creatures of the sunlit world, adapted to our own environment, just as these creatures are adapted to theirs. In the end, these monsters are simply creatures that have perfectly adapted to their environment, a testament to the wonders of evolution and survival. They remind us of the diversity and adaptability of life on this planet, thriving even in the harshest of conditions. And perhaps they're not so monstrous after all.